What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I have a Simpson power shot Simpson generator. This is a 3600 watt generator, and I can't even tell if that's on or off. That's on now. Okay, so I believe the main problem with this is no compression. But we're gonna do the poor man's compression tester by just spraying a little bit of starting fluid. It's not gonna hurt nothing, and pulling it and seeing if it fires. If it fires and dies, it's carburetor. If it don't fire, it's either spark or compression. So it's easier to check the spark than it is the compression. I mean, I have a compression tester. I mean, it's pretty simple, but we'll go into it. Let's diagnose it first. First things first, we have to take off. We have to lift this bar up first to take off this air filter cover. Oh, look at that. Look at that dirt. Oh, fudge. The air filter didn't do too much work. We'll go ahead and open it to spray in the starting fluid. And now we'll close it. And we'll pull it and see if she starts or doesn't start. Open it. Close it again. I can tell that has no compression. So, anytime we have no compression, we always start with the valve cover. That is a 10 millimeter, 4 ways around. We can check for spark, but I don't think I need to. Spark plugs in there pretty good. We're just gonna pop this valve cover off and see what the problem is in there, if there is a problem in there. If not, oh boy, we got our work cut out for us. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This should just be a gasket not glued on there. Yep, and the gasket looks intact. Now I'm gonna roll it over a few times and see what the problem is. There's the problem. Tell me if you guys can see that. You guys seeing that? Stuck intake valve. Actually, that's a pretty simple fix.
So that was a fucking lie.
So if you're asking yourself, how do you fix a stuck intake valve? Have no fear, I'm going to show you. It's going to be a pretty simple thing, and all we need is a can of carburetor cleaner and a long screwdriver. So let me get those and we're going to show you. So, cleaning out a stuck valve, we have a screwdriver, and I just want to see if I can't push on that valve. And no, I can't. It's pretty stuck in there. So I'm going to clean it up. We might need a hammer too. So let me go grab a hammer. Okay, before we tap on this valve, you need to roll the engine back to where the intake is all the way in on the bottom. And then we can move this out of the way. Put our socket extender right over the valve there. See if I can't get you a better angle. And then you're going to tap. Now it tapped in. I'm waiting for it to come back out. And this one might be pretty stuck. I don't want to have to take the head off, but I will if I have to. Boy, oh boy, I didn't want to have to do that. Shit. Okay, to take the head off. Yeah, because that valve is stuck in there pretty good. So in order to take the head off, what we got to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. But we got to completely remove the carburetor there. We got to remove this little piece right here that looks like an 8. And then we got to remove the muffler. And that should allow us just to pull the head off and clear out this valve. Okay, removing the head, we take off this just from this tube here at the air filter cover. And now from here we can get our carburetor off. So it's a 10 millimeter there, 10 millimeter there. Pretty standard when you take off a carburetor air filter. Hang on 1 second. And if you guys know this hack at all, once we get the air filter cover off, all we gotta do is just bend it down out of the way. Don't even have to take that off because we're not cleaning the carburetor. We might just to do it, depending on how much you want to charge the customer. And if your customer said, hey, the only thing wrong with it is the stuck valve and the carburetor's fine, that's your prerogative if you want to take the time to clean it or not. But I need the carburetor all the way off, just down hanging like that. Not a big deal. These studs are not a big deal to pull the head off. So after that, we will remove this idle or whatever it's called, and all we need to do that is a little 8 millimeter wrench up in here. Yeah, anytime you guys want to do extra stuff, if your customer doesn't mind paying for the extra stuff, or if you just want to do it while you have it off, I mean, because you're the boss, you know. If you say, hey, it needs to be done, it needs to be done, you know. But it's up to you. I might just throw it in the cleaner anyways. But our main goal is to get this stuck valve. And you guys can do this at home, you know. This ain't something you really have to go to the shop for unless you don't want to deal with it. That's why I make these videos, to show you how to do it yourself. You could open that up a little bit to finish getting this the rest of the way. This is going to be the hardest one to get off and to put back on. God dang, how much more is there left? I hope I don't have to get rid of any more of that idle. Son of a bitch. Good thing I have my screwdriver over here already. Engineers, am I right? They don't want you to have to do this at home. They want you to take it to a shop. Okay, real quick, let me get this nut out. And I'm gonna check, because I just dropped that to God knows where down there. It's not a big deal. There's one more 8 up there, which we'll go ahead and remove. I can do that with the, let's get in there with the wrench. Nope, I'm gonna need a socket. And now, because I dropped that other bolt into the thing, we'll get that at the end though. Let's get this head and valve fixed. This would be a lot easier if we took off the gas tank. But to be honest, that's a lot more work. And see, just having that loosened and out of the way, now we can get to the fun part, removing the exhaust. Yeah, so taking off the gas tank is a pretty simple job. But that's more work, and we don't want to do more work. We want to do less work. So 13 is your pretty standard exhaust bolts. once we get them loose, we can hand do them. Trying to find a good place to put my socket here. I know a lot of you guys are like, just take the damn tank off, they'll make it easier. Screw it, I'm taking, no, because I gotta do a lot of work to take the fucking tank off. You guys don't know what you're talking about. I can, however, take off this plate here. Ah, screw it. I got it. Because I'm a badass. Okay. So, this one's going to have a few more in the front for the exhaust. There's one nut. And that valve still hasn't come up yet. So where we at? Right down there. Right there. So, can't get it with a socket, get it with the wrench. That's not even a 13, that's a 12. And that should be the last nut holding the exhaust in place. And now we're gonna have to bust out our 12 again, socket style, and get in here and get these head bolts loose. They're on there pretty good. Once you get them loose, we'll use the impact to finish them off because they're long. Ah, shit. Shit. There we go. Oh, geez. Now from here, let me see. Son of a biscuit. Let me feel this bolt right here. What's that, a 10? It's got more trouble than it's worth, you know what I mean? I'm thinking around 150, 200, because I got to break into the engine. And you could go by the hour, but if you want to go slower, you don't want to milk the patients, you know what I mean, or the customers. You want to do it reasonable, but not too bad. I'm curious on if you guys made it this far. Let me know by telling me in the comments what you would charge for a job like this. Whether it'd be a lot of money or a little bit of money. Come on, more bolts. Where's my 10? Now it's all contingent too on this thing not being completely destroyed. I'm going to take out the intake rod, put it in my 8mm slot. And there's the exhaust rod. I'll put that in the 8. Little spacer. And okay, that rod is not busted, just stuck. So now from here, I can clean it by shooting in that intake section. See if we can't free it up and drop it down without using a lot of tools. Now make sure you have extra carburetor cleaner if you got more jobs to do, because it's going to take a lot of it. I want that spring pressure to push it back down. Still not wanting to budge like I want it to. That's fine. We'll work it. Okay, I'm all the way back down again. Now I'm targeting that bad gas on the valve, which you can see by looking in there. And you can see all that nasty stuff washing away from it. Probably one of the worst stuck valves I deal with. Ugh. I might just take the valve off, depending. I hate getting them back in though. Okay, I got the valve to seat all the way shut. So now, yeah, you can see nothing's leaking. That's good. That means the valve is sealing still. See all that stuff in there? So the valve is sealing. It's good. Now when I do this, there should be a puddle that comes out of this. There we go. I'm able to manually push it in. Now I'm going to finish just doing the same thing. Spraying it, pushing it, spraying it, pushing it until I get it nice and good, and then we're going to put it back on. Okay, I'm going to put the head back on same exact way, and then I'm going to come back to you guys and we're going to see if it works. Well, putting the machine back together was a lot easier. So, let's see what happens here. Forgot to put this tube back in. It's not that big of a deal. There we go. Choke on. Now I gotta clean up. I used a lot of tools for that one. But if you guys enjoy small engine repair videos, I've been trying to post as much content as possible recently. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any more questions about this, let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to answer the best I can. That's 3 machines today. Have a good day.